this nocturne is really like telling you a story. It starts with a very full of sorrow, full of pain feelings that we can listen since the first chords. As you can see, the rest between these chords are really like emulating the broken breath of the person that has actually a broken heart. And then repeating, but even more like exhausted. If you will pay attention to the feature that we found before in the other nocturne, you can find them all here. So we have this accompaniment with the spread position, so it's not simply making like, but it's like spreading and coming back. Then we find the singing line is adding the trill to put even more like emphasis on this note. Opening to major, and you have to breathe with this melody. Tension. Not only one way to play this piece, of course. Every pianist can play this according to his own feelings, but what is important is to look into yourself. What actually I would like to point out about playing music, especially classical music, because classical music is putting us every day in front of masterworks. As you can see, these works, these music are not just simple melody, are masterworks. And they are classical because doesn't matter the time when they are composed, they talk to our soul always. So when you play this piece, you need to like look inside yourself, look inside your soul and try to find the way to express this melancholic, sorrow, full of sorrow feeling. So to find a beautiful sound. Now one hop. So it's very important to look into yourself, and every single day you play this music, you have to find into yourself a little different emotion, a little different feeling. It's not just, okay, let's press play and let's play it every day the same. And that's why actually music is very difficult subject, because what you play one day might be different to what you play tomorrow. So sometimes we feel a bit unhappy from our performance. Why? Because we know that tomorrow we can do it better. Music is something ephemeral, something that you cannot touch, you cannot take it in your hands, never. But this research in this feeling, it's actually extremely beautiful. So let's go on with this nocturne. After this very full of sorrow beginning, full of pain, is like if Chopin is looking back in his past and trying to reconnect with one beautiful memory, maybe from his childhood. So let's listen this transition. It's very beautiful, and you can find it also on the second piano concerto. It's like a music that is actually, this rhythm is original from the countryside of Poland. So it's like if into this feeling of pain, into this sorrowness, Chopin is looking back to his childhood and trying to reconnect with the happy moment in his life. And now we are back. Even more painful than before. Resignation, he realized that there is nothing to do than wait the time with his course, normal course, to let everything disappear. See, like wind is bringing away all the pain. So, how is the end of this piece? You see, it's after all this sorrow, all this pain, after you arrive the moment that you understand that everything you have to do is to resign, to be like, let it go, let it be washed away by the time passing. In the end, it's arriving the final piece, the final like release of all this sorrow, all this melancholic feeling. So this is actually one interpretation that you can give to this piece. Doesn't matter that everybody are feeling, doesn't need that everybody are feeling it in the same way, but every time you play you need to find into yourself something to tell, something that will lead your expression in the moment of playing. And this is actually, as I said before, the beautiful part of being a musician, being a pianist, because this way of working will every day make you look into yourself. And one of the beautiful things, now this is very important actually, is that music doesn't stay always the same. It's like a mirror. We are looking ourselves into this music, into these papers. It's like a mirror. We are looking into this, and we can also see through the different moments of our life how we are interpreting this music, how our vision, our feeling are changing. So it's a really beautiful work to do through all your life. Doesn't matter if you will do professionally or you will do like just as amateur, but art is something that it makes us look into ourselves.